to the ginger and the whinger. Yes, Harry and Meghan have weighed in with their unsolicited advice on the Joe Rogan Spotify saga. This comes days after Spotify responded to Neil Young's ill-advised ultimatum that it's either him or Rogan by pulling the ageing rocker's entire catalogue off their site. And now Harry and Meghan, who are also signed to Spotify, have put up one of their painfully earnest statements. At least Neil Young, after failing to engineer Joe Rogan's cancelling, had the decency to cancel himself. But not Harry and Meg's. They'll keep collecting their checks from the world's biggest audio streaming service while whining about the platform's content. The pair, who fled the UK to escape the glare of the media spotlight, made sure everyone knew how concerned they are about misinformation in the modern era. This is what they put out. Since the inception of Archwell, we have worked to address the real-time global misinformation crisis, they said in a statement. We have continued to express our concerns to Spotify to ensure changes to its platform are made to help address this public health crisis. Everything's a crisis. We look to Spotify to meet this moment and are committed to continuing our work together as it does. If Harry and Meghan really want to tackle misinformation, they'd start by cancelling themselves for the many half-truths and straight-out lies they told during their tell-all interview with Oprah last year. There were so many untruths uttered by the perpetually aggrieved pair that media outlets from the BBC to the Daily Mail did extensive fact checks and clarifications in the aftermath of the interview. It looks like Spotify is becoming spooked by the high-profile criticism and announced today it will add a content advisory note to podcasts that discuss COVID-19. To our knowledge, this content advisory is the first of its kind by a major podcast platform, they said in a statement. It's worth noting that many topics that were considered taboo or even disinformation since the pandemic began have become widely accepted, from the lab leak theory to the reality of COVID vaccines becoming mandated. Spotify would do well to remember that Joe Rogan was hugely successful with an enormous reach before he accepted their $100 million offer. In short, Spotify needs Joe Rogan a lot more than Rogan needs them. If they want to cut some fat, then perhaps Spotify should look at the enormous sums of money they are transferring to the Sussexes, despite their meagre output. After signing a reported $30 million deal, the world's most privileged victims have managed to produce just one podcast for Spotify, a 33-minute holiday special, and that was back in December 2020. Spotify should tear up their contract, not because they have spoken out against the company, but because they have done nothing to earn their gargantuan paycheck.